Hey everybody, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. We're about to have a lot of fun. This is going to be a fun video. We got a dryer, we got a weed eater, we got a Ruger American 308, and we got some HyperShock binary targets. If you've never heard of them, I encourage you to check them out. But we got 5 pounds here. Long story short, I'm going to seal this dryer with the 5 pounds of binary targets, HyperShock targets. On the inside, I'm going to use this weed eater to cut a hole, a real small hole in the front of this door, and we're going to mount the HyperShock targets on the inside. I'm going to cut the hole with my weed eater. If you're not familiar with it, on my weed eater I have a badger head attachment that lets you attach really any rotary tool. On here I've got a grinder, but I've got a sander attachment, a buffer attachment. Today I'm using my grinder attachment on this weed eater on the badger head, and I'm going to use it to cut this open for our project. So let's get to working and setting this up, and then I'm going to have to haul this dryer way up in the woods away from everything and anything. That way we're being safe. Don't forget to check the links in the description down below for everything we're using today. Alright, so first here I'm going to cut the hole in the front of this dryer for us to shoot through with this weed eater. I got my centered hole cut there with my weed eater. Now we're going to get the targets ready, haul this thing up to the range, and do some shooting. It started raining outside, so I'm in the shop and I'm going to mix these targets up before I go out to the range, just to make sure that none of these get wet. So, like the package says, this is a 5 pound bag. Inside of it is actually 5 individually wrapped 1 pound bags. These are real easy to mix up. Literally, all you gotta do is follow the instructions. Just like it says there on the pouch, locate the catalyst pouch inside the bag, empty the contents directly into target bag, seal the bag and shake it until mixture is a solid gray color. So, inside each pouch is the target bag, this sandwich bag looking thing, and then there's a gray pouch you can see right here. We're gonna break this open. And then the way that it comes, it's actually another sandwich bag, Ziploc bag here, so it's real easy. You don't have to cut it open or anything. But the thing that I do want to highlight is, look at this. This is more like a sand. If you're familiar with any binary targets, you'll notice that this stuff is much finer. When you have a much finer product here to mix up with, what that means is there's more surface area that's coming into contact with the catalyst. More of it's gonna get burned up and exploded in a part of the explosion when you shoot it. Very awesome targets. I'm super excited to mix these up here, take them out to the range, test them out here for you guys. Just like the directions say, I've got this pouch open. I'll open up the catalyst pouch, which I'll show you what it looks like inside of there. It's just a gray, very fine powder. I'm gonna dump it into the bigger bag. Make sure you get all of that out. Shake it out real good. Then you're gonna seal this bag. Make sure that this gets sealed very good. Then you're gonna shake it till all of this is a uniform gray color. I'd say that's pretty well mixed. Now I'm gonna do the same to the other 4 so we get the 5 pounds, and then we're gonna set it up on the target. All right, so we got all 5 of the 1 pound bags mixed up good there. See, it's all that dark gray. One final thing that I got to mention before I forget. It says it right there on the package. But you have to shoot these with a rifle that's going at least 2,200 feet per second. If you're not sure, check up the ballistics on your ammo and your gun, but generally speaking, any high power rifle is going that fast. So your 30-06, 308, 223, 556, 270 should do the job there. Now, I'm gonna take all 5 of these, stack them on top of each other, and I'm gonna take some tape just to help me keep them all together. That way when I shoot them with one bullet, hopefully they'll all stay together there. See, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm just about done getting this shot set up. I feel, if I sound like I'm out of breath, it's because I am. I hauled that dryer a long ways on foot, couldn't get a vehicle back here. It's 95 degrees and like 95% humidity. My clothes are like soaked with sweat, but it was all worth it. We're about to take this shot on the 5 pounds of HyperShock targets inside that drying machine, which you can see right there. Let's go take a walk to the dryer, show you what we're working with before we shoot it. Ooh, walking up to the dryer here through all this poison ivy, you can see there is the hole we cut through it. Open up the door on the dryer, and there is the 5 pounds of HyperShock reactive targets. Should be able to shoot through the hole, hit the targets, and then kablooey. I'm gonna go get set up on the rifle, shoot through this hole, hit the reactive targets, see what happens. We got the GoPro set up right here near it too, hopefully get a good shot. Let's go do it. We're finally ready to take the shot down there on these HyperShock reactive targets, 5 pounds of them. Got my Ruger American 308, and then I'm gonna be shooting some of this Monarch steel cased 308 ammo. These are 145 grain, and the box says they have a velocity at the muzzle of 2,756 feet per second. So 2,700, that's higher than the 2,200 that the instructions say we need to have to make these targets go off. So I'm just gonna load one here. Got some dog hair on my rifle. Just gonna load one here. And we should be ready to go. Let's see what happens. Get my ears on. Get my eyes on. Hopefully I can shoot through that hole, hit all 5 targets with just this first shot. So let's see what happens. I love these Bushnell Banner scopes. They're super clear, especially for the money. There's our target there. If you want to check out these Bushnell Banner scopes, I'll leave a link in the description. But for the money, they're hard to beat. Let's take this shot. Anytime you're shooting this type of targets, make sure that you're very far away. It's much better to be safe than sorry. Be careful nobody's around, and make sure you're doubles far away. Make sure you're always being safe. Who thinks we can hit the target here on the first shot? I am hoping that we can. Holy smokes, that was a lot bigger bang than I thought it was. And I don't even see a dryer down there. I really want to see that footage and see the GoPro footage. But seriously, I don't see the dryer. So let's go check it out and see what happened. That was such a big bang. I'm thinking maybe I should have warned my neighbors half a mile up the road, but let's go see what happened. That was a big bang. Hopefully the audio picked all that up. Ay, ay, ay. Seriously, the dryer's not even there. I did not expect that. These HyperShock targets are literally the bomb diggity. But seriously, I'm gonna show you the path here. I do not see the dryer. This is the chute where we were aiming. The dryer is not there. Hopefully I didn't blow up my GoPro. Hey, the GoPro's still there. Okay, so there's where the dryer was. About 20 feet in front, there's some metal. There's some metal there in the trees. But walking this way, oh wow. Well, there's a motor right there. Right here is where the dryer was. Straight back that way, you can see that something flew. Well, let's go see what flew straight back. Obviously was something big and heavy as it tore the dirt up back here. But yeah. So about 30 feet back is the back wall of the dryer there. And where is the rest of it? Again, the only thing actually sitting where the dryer was is the electric motor, biggest, heaviest bit. And then if you look off to the left of where the dryer was, there's a big old piece of sheet metal about 10 yards that away. And then about 20 yards up the hill is another piece of the dryer. And then off this way in the trees is another piece of the dryer. So look at how this metal was disfigured. So literally, I thought the targets were going to go off, fling the front door of the dryer open, and that was going to be it, just a cool show shooting the powder everywhere. But as you can see, it literally tore that dryer up into pieces and sent it in all directions, like literally. What part of the dryer is that? I have no idea. Maybe one wall, but it's all crumbled up. And then up there, same thing. Up the hill, no idea, but there's a piece of metal. Same thing up here. But oh, and there's some more over there. I tell you what though, it makes cleanup a lot easier. Only have to pick up small bits and not that big old dryer I had to lug way up here on a mountain. But I want to see that slow-mo, so let's roll the slow-mo again, see what it looked like. The proof is in the tape. HyperShock reactive targets. Very, very awesome. You need to go check them out. I highly recommend you check them out. As always, make sure that you're in a safe area and being safe 100%. But a lot of fun. If you're out sighting in your rifle or just having some fun plinking at the target range, I highly recommend those HyperShock targets. Very, very cool. Had a whole lot of fun today. All the setup lugging around that dryer was absolutely worth it. But as always, guys, thanks for watching the video. This one was a whole lot of fun. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description down below. If you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to the WHOTEEWHO channel. Share this video with your friends and check us out on all our social media sites. Love talking to you guys there. Always put a whole bunch of extra content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Thanks again for watching, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for more. WHOTEEWHO!